wanna be my friend, you had better go and get a pen.
Accompaniment.
And maybe we can keep in touch like they did in the old days. It wasn't so long ago. You nailed it. And I wish you well. One more on those O's. Sign your pen, pal. I'm going to be honest with you. Top 5%.
Really?
Yes.
Truly, a lot of people don't even try.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even try.
What's the point in having a pen pal if you're not going to try?
Thank you.
There it goes.
Thank you for saying it. Ladies and gentlemen, because it doesn't list it on the episode when you click it, our guest today, fresh off his special that came out a year ago. Is that right?
Shot it a year ago, came out
2 months ago?
probably closer to 6 months ago.
Really? 6 months ago.
I want to say January.
Little Big Boy.
I have no idea when it came out.
Creator, star, genius behind Big Mouth.
Oh, thank you.
Nicholas Kroll.
Thank you.
Does
Thank
anyone
you.
call you Nicholas?
My doctors.
And they have to, legally.
My therapists. My multiple therapists.
I see 4 different therapists in case anyone's getting it wrong.
Well, because I see one, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Sure, yeah.
Everybody takes Friday off, and then we do a group Saturday session, all day therapist. The whole team and me.
I go until someone gives me what I want to hear.
Fuck
Yeah?
yeah. You just, that's what they say about you. Is Rory, he'll
Yeah.
grind you down.
Until you just agree.
Affirmation.
That's my
Validation
marriage.
and affirmation.
My wife does want to go to couples therapy.
Sure.
Which we have tried before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pulled out because I thought that the therapist was on her team. My wife said that's not a thing, and I go, I think it is, and also I think she kept trying to get me to cry. And here's the thing: I wanted to cry, but because she wanted me to cry,
More.
I wouldn't cry.
You don't need therapy at
And-
all.
Yeah, it
Thank
sounds like you're
That's
perfect.
why we don't go.
Yeah.
So then I went by myself. I was like, let me go do some individual therapy, and I went and did that. The guy was great, but I had to bail one day, and he was like, well, you get charged for it. And I was like, I know, I can't make it, so I had to bail.
Yeah.
And then another time I was there, and he wasn't, and I called, and he goes, oh, I don't have it in my thing that we were meeting today. And I go, look at our text message. He goes, oh, there it is in the text messages. But yet I didn't get my money back.
Oh.
So I stopped.
On
And he was
principle.
great.
Well, so
He
that
was
sounds
great.
like you don't have any problems.
I think I'm fine. I think I'm good.
Maybe you should give him another chance.
I might do that.
You liked the person?
I did like him.
Because in both scenarios, you found a reason out.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I see what you guys are doing.
what are
You're
we
teaming
doing?
up.
Oh, the team thing again?
This is. I want this podcast to be what my Saturday is, which is a
Group.
group therapy. But there's only one person getting
A
therapized.
lot of people only get 1 or 2
Therapized.
interventions in their lifetime.
Yeah.
You get every
I
Saturday.
get a weekly full emotional intervention every week. Nick,
therapy.
we're not. None of us are seeing you. Yet
Yeah.
you call us all day long with your problems. We are sanitation workers all over Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Yeah.
And you seem to think that
And
we
we're
are
on
your
these
therapist.
Zooms with you. It's
Have
getting
have
old.
either of you ever had a job earlier in our lives where someone you worked with, like a sanitation worker, felt like they were imparting such life knowledge? I worked at the reason I say is I worked at a grocery store, and one night I had 2 guys. One was in dairy and one was in meats, and they both for an hour were like, "We're gonna teach you about women," and we're like, "This is relationships," and I remember
The
standing there-
same night?
yes,
Separately.
together.
Okay, good.
Like a Saturday session.
Okay.
And they were like, I'm gonna teach. It was almost like relationship therapy by 2 people who should not have been
Right,
giving
they're like-
this.
Oh, I
speech.
don't know. Meats and dairies. I feel
Yeah.
like that's going to be.
That's enough. It's not like
a lot.
Ben and produce.
Look,
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not produce trying to teach
yeah.
them.
not some fucking produce guy.
Yeah. You don't have some restocking.
This is
telling
meats and dairies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
you. Yeah,
These
that's a
guys
full-
know.
They know commitment.
They know commitment. They know raw flesh.
Yeah.
For sure. They know expiration date. They know when it's done.
You know who I don't fuck with is the people in the cereal aisle.
Thank you.
Can't trust them.
Should we get to it?
Yeah, let's take a break.
All right. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Let's go to the letters.
coming with us?
Yeah.
Ow! Paper cut.
You're gonna have to file a form. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah, we will pay for that paper cut, but you do have to file a form. Can I touch this?
Yeah.
It does look nice.
Doesn't it?
It's not bad.
Did you steal this from set?
No, well, sort of.
See, I knew it.
If you guys want, I'm not being paid anymore, but I did some ads for Bonobos, and they're not a sponsor of the show, and
not yet.
We're not being paid unless, if this goes well, hey Bonobos, if this
Come
goes
on.
well,
Give him another chance.
Pen Pals is available for sponsorship.
Thanks.
And part of my
good
deal was that I got to go to the store and shop for clothes.
Yeah.
And this was one of the items I took.
They have good stuff. I like their stuff.
Thank you.
I also would have believed "Don't Worry, Darling" because
It's got that vibe.
nature.
It's got that vintage. That vintage vibe.
This would be you on the lawn.
Oh my God, living my best life. But is it?
I talked to Tim about it.
Tim Simons.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was like, it was aesthetically so much fun living in that world.
So perfect.
He was like, my
To
clothing.
be-
He's like, what I wore, the sets I'm sitting in. He was like, he's like, you could. Sometimes you're on a set, we know, and you're like, we always know where we really are. He's like, you could get lost a little bit.
Totally. And to be a white man in those clothes, a dream.
The world's your oyster.
A dream.
Yeah. You can tell anybody.
A dream.
You can tell anybody. Come here, sweetheart. Anybody's a
what
sweetheart.
a time.
What a time.
To just be transported back. To be transported back to that time. What a dream come true. This isn't being recorded on video or audio,
You're
right?
fine. Be
Okay,
you.
good.
No.
Okay,
Be
good.
you.
No.
Finally. Okay, great.
Okay, here we go.
Daniel?
I'm going to read it. Here we go.
Yep.
Dear my 2, little they know 3, favorite cackling idiots. What are the most ridiculous fights you've had with someone? I'm very close with my brother, but there is no one in the world who can make me as angry as quickly as him. Some of the ridiculous but legitimately full-out yelling fights we've had.
You got it.
Include. I got
believe
there.
you.
I got
You're
there.
good.
Sound it out. 1. Loudly in a Target aisle about a trash can we were buying our mom. Don't judge. She asked for one. 2. Whether Santa could afford everything Eartha Kitt asks for in Santa Baby.
Can I just, sorry, I don't want.
Yes. No,
Can I interrupt?
Yes, 100%.
I was going to judge them so hard for buying a trash can. But then it says that the mom had asked for one. So
Right.
I feel like, okay, I'm not going to make fun of you.
But let me ask you, what is the trash can you're picturing? There are trash cans that would feel like a gift, and then there's trash cans that you're like, I don't
But also,
care.
we don't know if we're talking about an indoor or an outdoor trash can.
Indoor.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but the trash can I'm picturing is this person's mom's butt.
Oh, she asked for it.
And they're buying her that.
She's
Well,
asked,
BBL.
they wanted to buy, the mom wanted them to buy her butt back.
Do either one of you have a sensor?
No.
A sensor trash can?
Oh, I thought you meant a censor of what one should say out loud or not. Because clearly I do not.
Yeah, same. This is a safe space.
What we know so far is Nick wants to live in that time period again.
Yes.
And this
Treat
woman's
this person's treat this woman's mother's butt like a trash can. Yeah. Bought from Target.
Yeah.
I don't live that.
I don't
sensor
have a
life.
sensor trash can. I don't like them.
I don't
But I like a stainless steel in the kitchen.
Yeah. Do you have a foot? You got a foot pedal?
Do
on
I have a
there?
foot pedal?
We do the drawer now. We've got the drawer.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the trash can anymore. So when we redid the kitchen, I don't want to see the trash can.
wanna
Get
see
it in
the
a
trash
drawer.
Right.
Can I chime in so fast?
Yes.
Okay, listen.
My friend Mindy gave me a trash
Shout
can
out,
for
Mindy.
my
Hi, Mindy.
birthday because I really needed one, and it was this nice stainless steel one she got me.
She knew you needed,
She
or
knew
you
I
said,
needed
"Here's
it.
what I'd like."
I had mentioned it in passing, so it was very thoughtful.
really
She
remembered.
thought about
Yeah.
it. Her dad was so mad at her for getting me a trash can. He's like, "What are you doing? That's a ridiculous
Sure.
gift."
And he's more Nick's time period.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
and he's
yeah.
a pilot, so it's like
Oh.
extra.
Still.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.
Very catch me if you can.
But then Mindy's
dream.
birthday just happened. Her trash can sucks. So I got her a trash can for her birthday. She was so grateful. And again, her dad
wait
was
till
like, "This
wait till her
is
dad calls you.
oh," he was like, "This is terrible gift giving. You need to stop."
Can I tell you what I would do?
Yeah.
Treat her dad's butt like a trash can.
Yep. Yep. Lick it.
You know what? The fact that it goes both ways, gender-wise, I feel like
Oh,
he saved
yeah.
face.
Yeah,
He
well,
really
and
saved
if you
face.
press his foot, the butt cheek's open.
Yeah.
What a dream.
Yeah, no, we're picturing the same
What a
thing.
dream.
Yeah, what a dream.
Okay. What did I say? Whether
Number
Santa could
3.
afford everything on Eartha Kitt's Santa baby list?
No, sorry, I cut you off there. Yeah.
3, who sits in the front seat of the car when our mom is driving? This mom with these 2 boys. We're both in our mid-30s at the time of the fight about who got to sit with mom.
Yeah, this isn't okay.
4, if there was a dog who goes into an office every day dressed as a person, is the dog fooling people or do they know he's a dog? They got in a fight about this. Excited to hear from you all. Keep up the great work. Love, Ellen.
Yeah.
And I said 2 sons. It's a daughter.
And
a
Ellen has
brother.
qualified it by saying she, her as well.
And I just didn't read all the way.
Yeah, no, it's
What are
understandable.
all the things
Some reason
in
I just
Eartha that
pictured
Eartha
this.
Kitt asked for in Santa Baby?
Oh, isn't there a whale?
I mean, that's already too much.
Santa baby.
Can't-
Is that the?
Wait.
Is that it?
Well, I think
Something
the
under
argument
the
breaks
tree
down.
for me.
The argument breaks down at whether
Listen.
Santa can afford it. Santa's not buying these things. So whoever was on the side
This-
of yes, Santa can get whatever he wants for Eartha Kitt.
So you believe Santa can procure anything someone wants if he decides to give it to them?
Yes.
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 So then money's not
Absolutely.
even an option.
Exactly.
Here we go. Ready?
Okay, here's the list.
Santa doesn't pay.
It starts with a sable.
Okay. Well, sable is that's a quality
Expensive.
smoked fish.
Oh,
Right?
I didn't even know.
That's quality smoked fish. Santa obviously.
I was like the WWF wrestler?
oh, is there a WWF wrestler?
There was
named
Sable.
Sable.
Yeah. Okay, but so sable
now
is
I
a
don't
fish.
think I'll ever know what a sable is. It sable
No,
actually
I
a
think
fish?
he's right.
A sable's like a fur, like a
Yeah,
fur.
yeah.
And
What?
I knew it
Like
fur
a shawl, like a
coat.
fur
the
shawl?
whole
A
time.
sable.
Eartha Kitt's not asking for smoked fish. She's
I
asking for a
literally thought
fur.
that.
Why would she want
You
smoked
had
fish?
me.
You had me at
At
Sable.
whole- yes,
It's
it
a fur
is.
coat.
Okay.
Then a 54 convertible.
Sure.
Light blue.
Well, at the time of the recording, what's that? $2,500?
Right. Yeah, not that much when she makes it.
2,500.
She
That's a
want-
lot then.
Yeah.
She wants
Trust
a
me, I
yacht.
know. I live in that space.
I still dress in that space.
Yeah. I go to therapy dressed as in late 50s, early 60s.
The actor who completely screws up method.
I've gone method the other way.
I've gone life method.
I play the character and then I live as
you
that
and Austin
person.
Butler are still there.
I'm living my fucking best life doing it.
She wants a yacht.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
this
a price.
is
That's
shallow is what it is. It's
She
shallow.
asked for a deed to a platinum mine.
Wow, that's expensive.
all right. So this is where okay, because that falls. I now understand because that would fall outside of Santa's purview.
Yeah.
He's
So
into
could
physical
he-
small gifts. We're talking deeds to mines.
Right.
Yeah.
Can he get that? Can he afford it? No, I don't even think he lives on currency.
Yeah.
So
that's
no,
right.
right? Because he doesn't have money.
Clout. He lives on clout, right?
Right.
And the clout when
But he could make diamonds
yeah,
and use those
clench
to
up.
buy
Yeah, he puts a little. You treat his
into
ass
mom's
like
butt.
a.
There it
you-
is.
Yeah, look, treat his
Trash
ass like a trash
compactor.
can. Put some coal in Santa's butt. Make him clench up
Yeah.
tight.
Get that diamond out.
Oh,
that-
don't step on my foot. I'm going to drop it.
That all makes sense. Okay, so that's and probably if he can turn coal into diamonds with his butt,
Right.
I think he can afford anything.
Yes.
Then
A yacht. He
Right.
certainly can afford a $2,500 car.
Right. Yeah.
Light blue. I don't know if that adds. That's probably three grand.
yeah, because
Custom paint job?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
you
that
gotta-
would
you
probably
gotta
wasn't
get
standard.
wrapped.
Back in 54, that's going to cost you 30,
Did
40
you know
bucks.
when people say you got the car wrapped? I never I always thought they really painted the car.
Really?
Yeah, I never knew it was
Even
a
though,
wrap.
but that does mean
and yet
I
you're
know.
driving around in a Red Bull car.
Yeah.
look at this paint
Well, they
work.
pay me.
Whoa, yeah. Look at they painted all of these
There was
details.
a time in my life where that would have been ridiculous. Now at 43, am I 43 yet?
Yeah.
When
no,
does this come out?
You're about to turn 43.
When-
I'm
it doesn't
42.
Happy birthday.
I would drive a Red Bull car now if they were like, yeah, and then we give you like $500 a month, or we make the. I would be like, all right, I
Well,
pay for the
that's my
fuel.
rule. You have
I would
to
do it.
Love the car,
And I want to be
you
very
drive
clear.
because you never get to see yourself in it.
I
So you
wanna
might
be
as well
very
like
clear.
it from the inside. That's
I'm
all
not,
that matters.
I'm not doing it as a bit. I'm not doing it so I can show up at the store and be like, look at my car.
No,
I'm
it's
like,
just your car.
literally that this would be my car. And I
Yeah.
go, I'm not doing it as a
I
joke.
understand.
They
not
paid
caring.
for it.
I wouldn't do it,
I
but
don't
I
care about
totally
my car.
understand not caring.
Wait, I just have you can't see yourself driving your car?
Yes.
You don't have like a 13-foot selfie stick hanging outside of your car?
Dude, I had this conversation with a mutual friend of all of ours who was trying to decide between two cars. I said, which one do you feel more comfortable in? Like,
Dame
I
Edna,
I
just
don't
so we're
want
clear.
to look like her. Yeah. Well, And she was like, what am I going to look like driving that car? I go, do you like sitting in it? You don't ever see yourself in it. So this isn't, you're not going to take your senior photos with it. Just fucking get the one you like being in. That's all that matters.
Fuck. I haven't even thought about my senior photos yet.
You have to, dude. Are you going to go medals?
I'm going to dress like a Red Bull. I'm sponsored by Red Bull.
Okay. Wait. So we agree Santa could afford it.
Yeah.
Because her or her brother said,
we can't answer all these. I mean, who sits in the front seat of the car when their mom's driving? That should not be an argument.
That's something you figured out when you were 10 and 11.
Do you want to know what it is? Do you want to know how that argument started? I'll tell you exactly how that argument started.
Shotgun.
Someone said shotgun. The other one goes, I really get car sick in the back seat. I know that now because I'm at an age where because I know it now. I don't really like sitting in the back seat.
I got car sick when we went from here to the airport that day.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Sitting in the back. I was like doing the shallow breaths.
I have no respect for people who get car sick.
Huh.
I'm like, this is bullshit. Huh. I'm like, fucking grow up.
Oh, you think it's fake?
I think it's like.
I wanted you to end that sentence with, and it happens to me all the time.
Yeah, and it happens to me all the time. I have no respect for myself.
And I don't believe it.
I don't believe in
and
myself.
I know I'm fabricating.
I know
that's
entire
gonna come
time.
up on
So
Saturday.
you don't get car sick.
You can read.
In any way?
I get seasick in cars.
I'm special.
I get
I'm
sick
very
watching
special.
the movie Cars.
That's why I have to crush up Dramamine and snort it in the back seat. And the back seat of my car has like a little plain table turned up.
Yeah.
Do you agree though? The person who gets car sick does get in the front seat.
Yeah, of course.
The thing with siblings is they're gonna be like, you're lying. Then that's where they start to fight.
Well, Nick would be like that because he thinks it's all fabricated.
Yeah,
It's a lie.
unless I get seasick.
Yeah.
right.
I get car sick in the ocean.
Yeah, I get very car sick in the ocean. That makes sense to me.
That makes sense to me too.
Well,
because
because
I miss my car.
yeah, and also because I have like a 54 convertible that I have turned with tires that are turned sideways so that they can float.
Not to get
100%.
all Gallagher on you guys, but isn't it interesting that car sick and seasick, but homesick, right? You see where I'm going.
Right.
With this.
Yeah.
Why do you get seasick in a car and homesick when you're at camp?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's also
Right?
Stephen Wright.
And here is a watermelon. Do you think
Anyways,
when Gallagher died that Gallagher 2, his brother who took his act,
100%.
also had to die?
Oh, jeez. I co-signed on that way
He
too
did.
early.
He had to retire. He had to be like, yeah. He had to like quit.
Do you think for fun they did an autopsy just to smash him up?
That's sure.
Little
That's
more
where you're
fun.
going. And they
like that.
smashed him open, and he was filled with watermelon.
If there was a dog going in an office every day dressed as a person, is the dog fooling people, or do they know that he's a dog? I don't know how that became an argument, but I do get it, and I understand all the parameters of why it's a debate.
I don't agree. I think this is a joke.
I don't think it's a joke.
They're dead serious. I think they dead serious had this conversation.
I mean, they do stuff out here where like the dog's the mayor,
Sure.
Which is just-
that one town.
which is just flaunting a deep state
Yeah.
because you know that they're not the one running things.
What if the dog?
Exactly.
What if it turned out that the dog was
I don't
Clint
know.
Eastwood? Wasn't Clint Eastwood the mayor of Carmel?
Yes.
And he's a dog.
And he's a dog.
When you hear about him on set, he was a dog.
93. Shoot a
93.
movie right now.
He doesn't even do it one take.
He's
He's done.
and it somehow still becomes a movie.
he famously doesn't even do a take of him.
First
And the
team,
movie-
first team comes in and he goes, check the gate.
yeah,
As soon as they get on set, check the gate.
yeah,
We're good.
We're good. Moving on.
What are some of the most ridiculous fights you've had with someone? Do either of you have an
mean,
example?
The most viral version of this is the two friends or brothers yelling about whether or not Glenda is a witch from The Wizard of Oz.
I get sent that a lot as thinking it's like a character of mine. That
Really?
guy, yeah. The guy who's
She's
like,
a witch, bro.
She's a witch, bro. She's a witch.
That guy gets mad.
Yeah.
He
She is
gets
a witch.
knife mad.
She
I
is
think
a
at
witch.
some point he says, I'm going to get a knife.
She's called Glinda the Good Witch.
Yeah.
So she is a witch.
It's a great. When you watch that stuff, you're like, wow, like there are so many talented, funny people in the world.
Yes.
But they're so real, they don't know it. They're not trying to be funny. Is that what you mean?
I think he knows he's
Oh,
being
he's doing a
funny.
bit.
I think so.
Okay.
You
I
think he
haven't
knew
seen it. I
he
haven't
was
seen
being
this.
taped? He amped it?
Oh, I think yes. I think it felt performative to me, and not in a bad way. I was
Sure,
like,
yeah,
he was able to deliver.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
You've never seen this video?
I'm pulling it up right now. I feel like you need to watch it right now.
Yeah.
We'll show it to you.
Ridiculous fights.
What other fights?
I mean, I get into some with my wife. That's why we had to go to therapy.
Mm-hmm. I get into a ton of fights with your wife as well.
So it is her.
Yeah.
Are you good at like with your spouse? Are you like, are you at a point where because sometimes you just need to like argue and fight, even though you kind of don't want to.
I'm terrible at fighting. I'm not good at conflict.
Yeah.
I want to roll over, acquiesce, and then quietly steam about it.
Yeah.
And build up walls of
same.
against intimacy.
Same.
Yeah. That's what I want to do.
My wife always wants to immediately talk about it and squash it, and I'm like, no. And if I don't give you attention, I'm somehow winning, and it's plagued my entire life.
Right? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
I feel like anything that didn't very nearly or legitimately endanger you on the road, any sort of driving fight is ridiculous. Any sort. If you're with your kids and someone ran you off the road and then they pull over, you'd be like, I will fight you. You almost fucking killed us.
Oh, you mean road rage.
But anything that's like you got cut off or somebody's too close to you, I understand getting mad. Yeah. I get mad. I get annoyed. Mm-hmm. But anything that ever comes to a fight is ridiculous. Yeah. Is just, what are we really, in 20 seconds, we will have never seen each other again.
Yeah. I was driving my son this morning to school, and like a car, sort of was trying to make a left just as I was going through a yellow light. It was like one of those things, and he smashed into me, and that's why I'm covered in blood right now.
Yeah. Those the watchers, the people on Fridays.
Yeah. No, but let's cut that part. So okay. I don't know why, but it bummed me out. So
fair.
Or keep that in now if this is funny.
Amazing.
Well, now it's back in.
Thank you. This is a white shirt I'm wearing.
Yes.
That
the way it hit you.
The blood has soaked evenly.
Is this a wrap? Is this a wrap?
This is a wrap. This is a Red Bull wrap. Anyway, I swore at a driver today with my son in the car, and I was like, "You motherfucker, fuck you!" And I genuinely don't even go there.
Yes.
I'm not a road rage person, but I went there today, and I was like, "Oh, is this what like adulthood really is?
This is what being a dad.
Is this what being a dad is? It's like my child in the back, and I'm swearing at someone.
Yeah,
right.
And getting angry.
Yeah, and you won't be able to turn it off, no matter how much work you do.
Really?
No, it's just there.
Great.
It's just there.
I don't need.
And your kid is just gonna be like, my dad's crazy. And what your kid will never know is that there was a time when you weren't that person, and they did that to you.
Finally, that's a breakthrough. It's the kid's fault.
Yeah.
Ah,
the kids never get blamed.
No.
Come on. You're not who you used to be.
Right.
Your kid did that to you.
Yeah.
And you're sadder now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody ever talks about the burden the Grinch has now that he loves all these people.
Exactly. And he knows he's going to lose them one day.
And next Christmas, you know what he has to do for them next year?
Jesus.
Be available.
I know, yeah.
But maybe he doesn't want to be.
Frankly, the Grinch has never been less
Free.
productive.
He was free. He was free before he loved that whole town.
He was putting out new shit all the time.
All the time.
Great and quality stuff.
In closing, any ridiculous fights? Anything you got? Anything that you can recount?
I honestly don't think so. I mean,
I've
only been in
family fights. I've been in fights with plenty of family and friends.
I've had plenty of times
and they're all dumb.
This is something I will do where I've had plenty where I step back and go, this is dumb. Like this is really dumb. I've done it in relationships where I'm like, you love me, I love you. This was just miscommunication, right? Mm-hmm. So I've had fights that I realized were dumb, but not in the moment about like Glenda the Witch or like they were fighting over what garbage can to get.
Yeah.
I got in my friend Andrew Goldberg, who I make Big Mouth with, when we were best friends when we were little. Went to Cooperstown, the Hall of Fame.
You got in that early?
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. We went to we've known each other since we were 6, but
to be in the Hall of Fame.
We got in the Hall of Fame as kids. We got in.
No,
I misunderstood, but yes, we are in the
Baseball Hall of Fame.
We're in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
that's how fucking easy it is to get into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
I've always said it, not a real sport.
Thank you. Finally, so we were in the car and we got in a fight. like we had been in the, like I'd been traveling with him and his parents for like days in a car.
Yeah.
And we got in a fight about the song, the Flintstones. It was like, name a song that has a person's name in it. Like, how you're like playing games in the car.
Yeah.
And he said something about like, with the courtesy of Fred's feet.
Yeah.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones.
Yes, yeah.
And I was like, his name Fred is, they don't say Fred.
They do not.
And he's like, they do. I don't know, but as I remember, with the courtesy of Fred's new feet doesn't make any sense. But I wonder, I now feel as though I was wrong, that Fred's name is in the song. Is that right?
It is.
Whoa.
Okay, so
Is this happening right now?
this is I've been processing this for like 35 years.
Are you going to have to
30
say
years.
something to him?
I can't let him win, because then everything on the show,
Yeah.
he wins everything.
It's a butterfly
can't wait
effect.
to link him to this episode.
Yeah, we're gonna link him up. Andrew Goldberg, check him out on.
That fight and your friendship got you guys to this point and that great show. If you give him this, what are you denying future?
Yeah.
What could be with your
Resolution
friend? You need
can
to
be-
keep it.
So that's
Don't
what-
go
that's-
But like
back.
my therapist,
Don't go
I believe
back.
resolution can be harmful.
Thank you.
I
Yes.
agree.
So I won't acquiesce here, but I will say we got in a fight in the back of the car, and we were like fist fighting in the back of.
Love that. You
Like-
just had to get it out. It was about something else.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
It was about being in a car for 4 days.
It was about being married to a boy as a young boy as well.
And in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
already.
and then trying to be
There's
and
pressure
then,
that comes
and then
with that.
being in the Hall of Fame together.
right.
And who
First
gives-
first baseball duo.
First baseball childhood married duo.
You guys were Gina Davis and
and
her sister.
yeah, yeah, Betty.
Velma?
Remember in A League of Their
Gina
Own?
Davis and
Oh, yeah.
Gina
okay.
Davis
Yeah.
and
And, Lori
Tank
Petty.
Girl- Lori Petty.
Yeah.
Tank Girl.
That was you guys.
Yes.
That was us.
Roxy
Yeah.
or whatever. it
Yeah.
was.
Were they married in that movie?
They were married. They were truly in a league of their own.
You should sue.
I'm gonna sue everybody. I'm
right.
gonna
Okay.
go. I'm gonna go sue Penny Marshall right now.
Ellen, good luck. Ellen, we wish you well. Sincerely, your pen pals, Daniel Van Kirk.
Rory Scovel.
And Nick Kroll, and this was Ellen DeGeneres and her brother Vance DeGeneres.
And
we're back.
Ladies and gentlemen. Go to my website, check out my dates. I am in San Francisco and I'm about to be in Seattle, and then there's a bunch of other dates on there as well. So also Physical Season 3 is out now, so catch up and watch it.
Come to my show August 12th in Houston. I'll be doing some shows around that as well. Go to danielvankirk.com. There's good stuff there. Plus, 11/11 is my special taping and album recording at the Lincoln Lodge in Chicago. So 11/11/23. A lot of people think I've been years out. I keep getting letters. So everything's at danielvankirk.com. A whole bunch of dates in between there. High Plains Comedy Festival, Cap City in Austin, and other great stuff. Nick,
I'll be watching Physical Season 3.
thanks.
And I will be following Daniel on tour.
If you need a guest spot, let me know.
No, just to watch.
Okay.
I'll be flying to Cap City. I'll be seeing all the shows
That's
at Cap
fucking
City.
supportive as
And
fuck.
then I'll be going to Illinois to Lincoln Lodge. And
Yeah, but Rory, that's as supportive because you know how much stuff there is to watch.
there's
Yeah.
so many things to watch.
Yeah.
And I have a child at home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
that's
I'm
a lot.
putting in the commitment to my friend by
Yeah.
going to watch him do sets over and over.
Yeah.
Thanks.
to get
buddy.
ready for the taping.
Yeah.
And not give a single thought. No note. That's
No
the
note.
best thing a friend could do is not
No
to
note.
watch the set over and over and not give even a
Yeah,
note
no
or a thought.
tags, nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. But your special, everybody can watch right now.
Yeah, everybody can watch that. Little Big Boy on Netflix.
And Big Mouth is
Big Mouth Human Resources is Human Resources season 2, the final season. You know how it works. Season 2, the final season. Are we plugging stuff?
yeah.
All right. History of the World Part 2 on Hulu.
Yeah.
I'm doing shows.
You are.
Yeah, I'm doing shows. I'm trying to get up.
But you don't want any time.
I don't.
But I don't need any. I don't need the time.
Yeah, well,
I'm
Daniel-
trying to get up. I just
had all
offered him.
these shows.
I just offered him a guest set.
I'm there as a fan.
Yeah.
Do you have any Largo stuff or anything coming up? I know you drop in there.
I do a Largo show every once in a while. The Elysian, I do some shows.
Okay.
I do. I'm around. If you're in, this is really for the Pen Pal fans in the local Los Angeles area. You can catch me around town almost any night of the week.
That's right.
Forgive me, Nick. I have a question for you. I should know this.
No, so please. I don't think anyone should have to know anything about anyone.
I don't
agree
know.
with you.
Well, maybe we haven't finished.
He's like, it's Kroll.
Yeah.
That's fine. I honestly would not be offended.
Wouldn't that feel good?
I would be fine with it.
Years ago, we were doing a show together at UCB. You told the story of almost shitting yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Did that live anywhere?
Oh, it lives big time. It's on my special.
Okay, that's why
Yeah,
I
yeah.
felt like I should have known that.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, I don't expect anyone to watch anything I've done.
Sure.
I don't. I think it.
It is.
You're
You are
right.
right. Because
You are
anytime
right.
anyone in my life is like, sorry, I missed the show, you know what I say? And I've always said, there's always another show.
There's always another show, but that's why I'm trying to. I'm going to all of your shows in
That's
Austin
why I feel so bad.
and Chicago, but I don't expect that in return. I'm going as
That's
a
right.
fan.
Yeah,
I'm going
that's
as a fan.
That's right.
But I don't expect you as a friend, as a peer, as a colleague to ever see anything I do or talk to me
That's right.
about it. It's
That's
like
right.
there's too much.
That's right.
So,
Well, the most disappointing thing is when your friend is a comic and they do this thing and you go, what happened to that? They're like, oh, yeah, I stopped doing that. And you're like, what the fuck? So glad that because.
But I gotta say, like, also, like, the
you-
personality type that would care. I genuinely mean this. When someone hasn't seen a thing or they don't know a thing, who truly does fucking at all care? Like,
You're right.
in what we do. If someone's like, you haven't seen my thing, that is so crazy.
You're right. But I do like being a person that I don't want to feels bad is too strong.
Yeah.
But I do like being a person who does want to be as supportive as I can.
And I knew that was in the special because I have seen the special.
There
and
we
I am
go.
a supportive friend.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I enjoy
And that's
you.
the end
And
of
that's
the
why
story.
he's
Yeah,
going to
that's the
watch
end.
Physical 3.
Yeah, and that's why I'm going to watch all of
that's
season
why-
Physical 3.
Yeah, which I screwed up. I thought it meant late August. So my dates are all over the map, and Physical Season 3 is not out till August 2nd. So
Next week.
next week, check out
Okay.
Physical Season 3. It is the third and final season
Oh, the
of the show.
But just to be clear to everyone out there listening and watching, don't ever watch or see anyone's anything.
Ever.
Right.
And don't even listen. Turn this off right now.
Turn this off right now. Go.
Why is that bad?
Go
Yes,
look at
for
your.
us.
That's not punk.
Turn it off.
That's not punk rock.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Go look your partner in their face. Look deeply into their eyes.
Or mirror if you're single. Go look. Just look in the mirror.
yeah. Or
And start there.
your
and
chi-
start there.
Yeah. Or look at your best friend / child bride in the face.
Yeah.
Let's say it's
are we
Fred
doing?
news. It's Fred's new feet.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Let's kiss and make up. Okay.
Hey guys, that's peaceful.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm at. I'm a 42-year-old average dude who will soon become a dad with the impending birth of our daughter in November. My wife and I have had plenty of difficulties in our journey to parenthood. We've done multiple rounds of IVF. My wife has had hormones shot into her stomach more times than I can count, and I had complications with a testicular surgery. That is a wild story in itself. But now that we're here, I couldn't be happier for me, my wife, and us as a family. Okay, I'm a little nervous too. Still, after using a sperm donor along with my wife's egg for little baby TBD, I can't help being bothered that I'm not the biological parent.
Oh, buddy.
I know it'll mean absolutely nothing when she's here, and I'll feel not announce less of her dad. But I still think about it from time to time. We tried everything to get this baby, including that testicular mishap, and knowing that is a help. But why does it matter to me? It's not like I'm a medieval king with a bloodline. Is it selfish that I'm thinking about something stupid like this when I should be focused on being a supportive husband and an excited father to be? Peace, love, dope, Nick.
Yeah, I guess this is a good time
It's a great time.
to say that I am indeed a big fan of the show, and I've written a letter for me to talk honestly about what's going on.
And we randomly picked that.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wowie.
So thank you.
I
Take it, Rory. You guys have kids.
I have kids.
I have child.
Yes.
How old is your child?
I have a 2.5-year-old, and I have another child coming.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I can understand this emotion.
Of
For
course.
sure.
Of
Right.
course.
You
That's
would
a great way
feel
to put it.
little
I
bit
can
like-
understand. I can
oh,
understand
this
it.
Isn't. I think it comes from, oh, this isn't my kid. But I don't feel, as someone who's not in this situation, I don't know that would overshadow feeling like, yeah, this is my kid, and this is how kids are brought into the world.
Yeah.
You know,
in my opinion,
throughout the
feel
world.
free to correct me. I will learn from my friends. It is never bad to have a feeling because you do not get to choose how you feel. It is bad how you act. So if the question is it bad that I treat my child differently because I'm not technically the biological father? I would
saying yes.
I would go, yes. So because you are choosing to act that way to that child.
Sure.
A feeling is a feeling, just like,
Yeah.
you know, sexuality. People be like, I feel bad that I'm attracted to. Do not you feel that way?
Yeah.
How do you act? There are bad feelings that are negative. They're negative
Sure.
feelings. Don't get me
Sure.
wrong. This is not a positive feeling. You are not bad. Your knowledge that when this comes around the corner and the baby's there, that is great. Hold on to that.
Yeah.
You guys will speak more to this than me about that feeling of once the
No, I
child
think I'm
is
done.
here and yours. I hope not.
I have a lot of feelings about this child, that this guy's having. No, it's completely, to me, Nick, I'm here to give myself advice. It's completely understandable to have that feeling of like, it's not my biological child it's understandable.
Right.
Because I think there's so many ways that people become parents, and the idea that like two people decide to have a child together and physically can do that is a miracle. And so there's every version of it, of people adopting or IVF or sperm donors or egg donors or, it's like, I think it's all complicated. I think bringing a child into the world alone is a complicated feeling. It's exciting, but like, as Rory knows, and Rory you have one kid, right?
One, yeah.
And you've also scattered
So
numerous
much seed.
children around
So
the country.
much seed.
This is the one that you are acknowledging.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Yeah.
it's a really complicated feeling. I empathize with Nick that he's going through this, but also I do believe that everyone I know who isn't the biological parent of their child still feels like this is their child.
Biological love.
Yes, that it's like it's their child through and through. But it's understandable that that he would have this feeling.
Also a great band name, Biological Love.
Biological Love is one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
All doctors, the whole band.
Yeah, that's how they met.
That's how they got together.
Yeah, that's
they
they-
met
Working
tough.
those night shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing they loved more than biology.
Yeah.
And so they decided to become a band.
Can
And
I ask-
doctors.
Can I ask you guys a question? Because I won't. Oh, sorry.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, we can cut it out.
I'll allow it.
I'll cut it. I would cut it out.
Oh yeah, she cuts
Okay,
it.
no need to brag.
I won't know what this is like because I wouldn't be on this side of it. I would be the one carrying the baby, right? Like
Yeah.
generally
You're saying you'd feel like you cheated?
well,
You're a cheater.
because
Have I been unfaithful?
if my partner and I decided to adopt,
Yes.
right, we are both bringing a child in that is not biologically either of ours. So that's a decision that we're making together. But in this case, his wife is the biological mother and he is not the biological father.
So maybe he's feeling he's worried like less of an attachment.
Well, I see, or because they're not bonding over not being the biological parents together and then
Yes.
parenting regardless. She has something he doesn't have in this equation. You know what I mean? And I wonder if that is,
he's
but
insecure about it.
But
Yeah.
even like, I would just posit that, like, if you're in like a heterosexual couple where there's a mother is carrying the child, like the bond that the person carrying the child has is sort of immediately a more intense visceral experience. When you're, at least in my, I don't know if you can speak to this,
Yes.
but like in my case, like it's this, my wife will be like, what do you think about the baby? I'm like, until it's just harder when the child's not inside of you
Right.
to immediately have the visceral bond. So it takes, in my case, 30 to 40 years to feel any connection
Yes.
to,
And that's
I'm
generous.
on a similar schedule.
yeah, right?
I think it is like the watching my wife become a mom truly, like, early on was like just like this transformation where there's no way to not just be stunned by it, because this person you really know, you're like, oh wow, you like have this wealth of knowledge instantly about what you're doing, like how to do it. And I still am so lost, and it is my like it is my bloodline, it is my child. And I think the elements of being a father in that regard, in that category, are unchanged no matter what, at least for the father element of it. I can't speak to like what the mother would go through, but as a father, I don't think whether it's your child or not, you know anything. I think also it won't I think when this day comes and this child is in the world, you're not going to be sitting around feeling anything but, oh my God, I'm this kid's dad and I've got these responsibilities. The male brain kicks hardcore into hunter-gatherer mode, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't.
This is the baby. This is the baby you are responsible for.
Yeah, because you immediately go to like, oh, I need to make sure we have what we need, because
for
you
this
see,
child.
At least in this case, I watched my wife do what she needed to do and how she instinctually did it, and I was like, oh, my brain cannot stop hoping I've booked enough shows and I'm doing enough to make sure we've got health covered, we've got food covered, we've got shelter covered, all that stuff that we had covered, and feels very like, yeah, you have that stuff. My brain went into, but it's my job to make sure we have that.
Yeah, and for me also, just like on the hunting side, is like trying to figure out how to build a tiny bow and arrow for a baby to hold to be able to hunt.
Yes, this is the movie Hannah.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Oh, I love the movie.
It's your
Hannah.
favorite movie.
I do genuinely. It's like one of my favorite movies, for real. All jokes aside.
Eric
so
Bana,
good.
right?
Eric Bana and
world.
young
Saoirse
Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah.
It's so good.
There's no world where I could ever believe that Hannah is one of your favorites.
I believe it.
Did you watch
you
the
learn
show?
how to be a dad.
I watched like a couple episodes and it was fine, but that movie.
Wait, there's a show.
Yeah,
they made a
I didn't
show.
know
Joel-
it
that
went to
movie is
show.
wild.
Joel Kinnaman's in the show.
The movie is genuinely.
Eric Bana?
Genuinely.
Okay.
There's no Enya there.
Okay.
His name is Eric Bana.
Oh my God.
Banya.
Banya.
We went to Vegas.
Yeah.
Should we get a cabana?
Yeah. You like an
How do you say
Enya?
it?
You like an Enya?
Yeah.
Cabana.
A banya.
And you listen to Enye?
Did you guys get a cabana in Vegas?
No.
No, because he kept saying it like that. I go, we're not doing it now.
You
We
guys
did
just
go
like
to a secret bar that was 80s themed and
80s ski lodge
ski
theme.
lodge themed.
feels very much like spring break.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Hot Dog the movie, The Bar.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
do you like Vegas?
I just went to Vegas for like 12 hours.
You're in a safe space. You can say no.
Yeah. Yeah, you can say no or yes. This is a big yes. He's a at times.
Hey, it's all right. Come on. You can do it.
I like Atlantic City better than Vegas.
I like Reno better than
Get out.
Atlantic
And I
City.
like Reno better than Atlantic City.
And if we left right now, I'd go to Laughlin.
And if I could go to Laughlin, I would. And if I can get on a riverboat somewhere on the
If I could be in
Mississippi,
Mississippi.
if I could be on a floating casino,
If I could be in Biloxi.
Somewhere,
And I
yeah.
like Biloxi more than I like Reno.
And
You're
I
telling
like
me
Biloxi,
we
but-
could play slots in a strip club in Portland?
Biloxi,
Yeah,
Reno,
yeah.
Atlantic City, Vegas. Those are my.
Over all of those,
Yeah.
if I could be playing slots at the airport in Vegas, that's where I would fly.
Thoughts on Macau?
Are you telling me I'm getting a hand job from an old lady at a bingo hall in Texas? I'm already there.
I might say I would. Can I just say?
I was just there
can I
yesterday.
just say?
Yes, yeah,
On
yeah.
that note, I'm so thrilled that the gambling, the rules on gambling, have loosened
Yes.
over the years in the United States, and we can gamble anywhere at any point.
Yeah.
That we have the right, the freedom to just absolutely throw our money
Throw
away
Yeah.
into
Throw
a
it.
deep pit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
a great country.
Yeah.
Hannah is great.
I had one other thought that came across because Nick, you mentioned heterosexual relationship, and I realized that the whole conversation we're having is a luxury of a heterosexual couple.
Yeah.
Like this is because
Well, in a lesbian couple, one of the women could carry.
yeah, but the other one isn't going to be
Sure.
the biological parent.
Right.
So in those situations, at most one person is going to be the biological parent. So they come to terms with it in a different way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's like so that's privilege.
Yeah.
I know of men who are married to other men where they don't know which of their sperm
Yeah.
And so they're like, we don't give a fuck. And
I know couples where it's like the first child was the one husband and then the second child was the other husband. And I've been like, will they love them equally? You know, like when and they sure claim to.
But I don't see it.
But I don't see it. I don't love any
when
of them.
I'm around them, I don't see it.
No. But I really do think it is. It's so much of the thrust of Parenthood is.
And also, I don't think to the exact same degree, maybe, but any person who truly, truly has ever had someone who has become found family for them, whether that's a mother figure or a father figure or a son or a daughter, they can capture some of that. Like, no matter what fucking happens to you in this life, I'm going to be by that bed or in that car, or you know what I mean?
And I'm going to be by.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, of course.
Yeah.
But that's what happens to found family people.
But I'm not even like that with my own kid. I'm like, when you're 18, you're out
on the street.
I like to treat my daughter like Judd Nelson from Breakfast Club.
Yeah, of course.
With spilling the paint.
If she spills paint, I get
in the old
into
Bender
cigars,
household.
Yeah.
No good
No,
lying.
Rory. What about you?
Yeah.
What about you? What about you, Pops?
Well, fuck
I just
you, Rory.
rewatched it. It's such a great movie.
Is it?
It's so great. Did you know Judd
I used to
Nelson?
know. I used to have
fun
that
fact,
memorized.
Judd Nelson snuck into a high school near where they were shooting.
Yes.
To
New
blend in with the students, and they tried to tell him. They were like, the other students were like, "You're not a student," and he was like, "I am."
This answers the
went to
dog
school
question.
For like a day, he went to school for like a day.
Yeah, if Judd Nelson dresses up like a regular boy and
Right.
goes to the office, which is school,
Right.
Yeah,
do you know?
yeah,
The
yeah.
answer is yes.
Because Judd Nelson's a dog.
Because it's Judd Nelson. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
He can do what he wants.
Was he was already like famous, right?
I don't know.
Or did that break him?
I think that broke him because St. Elmo's Fire was about to come out also.
I didn't even. I
Actually,
wouldn't
no,
have
St.
remembered
Elmo's
he's in
Fire
there.
was about to be cast, and John Hughes recommended Ali Sheedy, Emilio Estevez, Judd Nelson for St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh, wow.
And
They should be in college
because
now.
he was like, they're great.
Yeah,
They should be in the movie. And so Joel Schumacher, big surprise. You didn't
Rory,
think he did
you're the big surprise here.
during the pandemic.
Rory loves costume designers turned directors.
Thank you. Jordan and I, during the pandemic, we both were like, I've never seen St. Elmo's Fire, and we put it on one night. We were a little high, and Jordan was like, I think we're about to watch a really iconic movie, and I was like, we are, and like that song that starts the movie. That movie was so ridiculously, stupidly bad that I then became obsessed with researching the movie, and that movie is the reason that the Brat Pack started to not be a thing, because all of the reps of those actors said this is not a good thing for you to go down the road of, oh, I'm paired up with this group. They're like, do your own thing. And so it kind
St. Elmo's Fire.
the song is really the best part.
They went to Georgetown where I went.
Georgetown, that's right.
I've like never watched it.
The Tombs is like the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is Making the Grade, was that a big Judd Nelson movie or no?
No.
That's like the only thing he did really before the
Before
Breakfast
that?
Club,
Before
yeah.
Suddenly Susan. Hey, I got facts too, Rory.
Okay.
Wow, but I could see that movie isn't great. Like I haven't not having watched
I've
it,
never
but I'm
watched
like,
it.
so that's the end of the that's the tipping point for
I would say if
that's
you
the
were-
tipping point for the
Brat
Brat
Pack?
Pack.
They came out the
I
same
think so.
year though. Like
Yeah.
Breakfast Club and St. Elmo's Fire came out the same.
Yeah.
year.
It was like right behind it because Breakfast Club hadn't come out, but he had just finished working with them, and like said, "Hey, these three actors are great." But that movie it's worth it because it's so bad. I had to research it. I had to look into it.
Follow-up
I
question.
Googled it. Yeah.
Less Than Zero. Either one of you have seen that? I've never seen
No,
Less
I've never
Than
seen
Zero.
It's been a minute, but I've seen it.
I've never
That's
seen
great.
It is great.
I mean, it was. I have no idea if it is anymore.
Less Than Zero. I don't even know what that is.
Less
It's
Than Zero.
Robert Downey
I've never
Jr.
seen it. Andrew
and-
being
McCarthy.
Robert Downey Jr. at that time in his life.
He's like, it's like Robert Downey Jr. and is it
And Andrew
Andrew
McCarthy.
Garfield.
Andrew
That's what it
Andrew
is.
and
Yeah.
Love him.
Spader at his like Spaderiest,
Yeah.
where he's just like
Oh, Jamie Gertz is in it.
Jamie
too.
Gertz is the
Is it
the-
L.A.?
yeah, it's like L.A. drugs. I think it's Bret Easton Ellis's like first movie or second movie, but it's like drugged out L.A. hills. Like it's I think like and it's Robert Downey
should
Jr.
watch it.
getting into it. It'd be fun.
That should be a
watch
movie
that.
I know.
I think it'd be a fun one to watch. I bet that one's like at least more fun because they're like dark.
Sure.
Nick 2.0, thank you for this.
Or 1.0.
Or
And
1.1.
Congratulations. And just
Yes,
know
you're
that
right.
the thing you're
Congratulations.
thinking about, the thing you'll be worried about least is whether it's your biological child, and more about how you're going to raise this thing for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And it's not.
You also are
It's
gonna-
not fun.
You also
not.
are
It's a
going to
lot
get
of
to
work.
look at this kid someday incredibly angry and go, your mom is stuck here. I chose you. So I love you more, and I could leave.
And I think that's a great
Beautiful.
card to put in your
I
back
think that's
pocket.
a beautiful thing. I think that's a really beautiful sentiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think
Say
about
that-
the angles.
Yeah.
How will this play out later in a fight?
Yeah, and do that at a young age. Really,
Very
like
young.
four.
Yeah,
really
you want
Let
a
'em
core
know
memory.
Get a
throughout.
core memory developed.
Core memory.
Nick, we appreciate this letter. Good luck.
time.
Congratulations.
You're gonna
and,
love it.
You're gonna do fine. You're gonna do just fine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the most important thing to know. Is you're just going to be fine.
You're gonna
as
be
a parent.
fine. So good luck. We wish you well. Sincerely, your pen pals, Rory Scovel.
Daniel Van Kirk.
And Ned Kroll. Sorry.
It's okay.
Do it again.
Ned Kroll.
Nope. Back to one.
Oh, that isn't it.
Ned Kroll.
And Ned Kroll.
We'll take it. We'll do it in post.
And that is spelled
that's it.
Nadkralp. Ned Kroll.